Hi folks, Steve from Martell Training Group. In today's video, we're going to discuss the 3 reasons why you absolutely should carry some type of a flashlight with a strobe function, especially if you concealed carry. Let's get into it. The flashlight we're going to be demonstrating today is the Nextorch TA20. This is an awesome light. We're going to go through some of the features for you, but if you're looking for a small, compact, very well made flashlight, it has this nice tactical ring, which we're going to get into in a little bit. This is a very good light to have, especially if you conceal carry. The first reason is you park your car on a street, you park your car in a parking lot, you go to work, you go do whatever you have to do, you come out, it's dark, the sun went down, maybe there's a light out in the parking lot, maybe the street light's out, maybe it's just a dark area where you are. Obviously you can use the light to light your way. The second reason is if you conceal carry and you need to load or unload in your vehicle, and I've done a video on this recently, I'll put a link in the description, you need some type of a flashlight to see what you're doing or check the chamber, right, when you're done loading or unloading. So second reason why you should have this, especially if you conceal carry. The third reason, especially if you conceal carry or even if you don't conceal carry, if you have some other type of a self-defense device like a can of pepper spray, mace, or a conductive energy device like a taser, this is a perfect non-lethal self-defense device. You could also use it with your concealed carry. Let's say you're walking to your car at night, it's dark, so in your weekend, and I have my concealed carry here, just to let everybody know, this is a blue gun. It's a non-functioning firearm. Blue guns are what we use for training. We do force-on-force training. We use blue guns for demonstration purposes. This is a Sig Sauer P365X blue gun. It's the same size and shape as my actual Sig Sauer P365X. It fits in my holster design for my Sig Sauer perfectly. And this is a great gun to use for training. So that's what we're going to use today. It does not function, is not a real firearm. I have appendix carry I'm using right now for demonstration purposes. Obviously, if I'm carrying concealed, you're not going to be able to see my gun, but I'm doing this so you can see. So I'm on my way to my car. I'm gonna step back a little bit so you can see. I'm walking. I have my flashlight in my weak hand, and this tactical ring, by the way, it actually comes with the flashlight. You can take this off. It comes with a clip if you want to clip it on your belt, but this tactical ring, it is plastic. It makes it really easy to hold the light. So I'm walking to my car. I have it in my weak hand, right? My strong hand is near my gun or my purse or my bag or my other self-defense device or my key fob, right? So we're walking to our car. We're situationally aware. Hopefully we notice somebody approaching, and for demonstration purposes, it's going to be on our left side. So I see somebody approaching. I'm keeping an eye on, I'm walking. Maybe they say something, maybe they don't. Maybe they say, excuse me, I want to talk to you. And I see they're moving faster, and I don't like it, right? Everybody should have their own personal boundaries. And when somebody, based on your situation where you are, right? If you're in a parking lot, somebody really shouldn't get close to you unless you're talking to them. So you have your personal boundaries. When that person, if they breach that certain personal boundary line, you're going to react. Whether it's takeoff, whether it's with your self-defense device, whatever it might be, you have in your head that plan to react. So they're getting closer. Maybe they say something, excuse me, not interested, no thanks. And then if they breach that line, I'm going to hit them with the strobe light, right? You see that strobe function? I'm not pointing it directly into the camera. I'm going to hit them in the face, right in the eyes with that strobe function. That is going to cause what we call a pause in combat, which means they will stop, hopefully, maybe just for a second or two. They will be blinded. They won't be able to see. You keep that light on them for as long as you need to. That will give you a chance to either get away, right? Go for your concealed carry. I pull my concealed carry out. Now I have my concealed carry. I am ready to engage if I need to, right? If it's a lethal forced situation, or I can go for my pepper spray, my mace, my taser if I'm allowed to carry a conductive energy device, depending on where you live. Whatever it might be, I can go for it, right? I hit them with that strobe, causes a pause in combat, which hopefully causes them to be startled for enough time for you to get away or go for your concealed carry or your other self-defense device. Great to have that. Now this particular light, this TA20, it's about $89. I'll put a link in the description, and also, and you'll see on the video, on the screen on the video, you'll have a link to click on if you want to buy this or if you want more information. They have a ton of products. There's a rotating dial on this, which allows for one-handed operation. So the first position is tack here. That's what we have in. So you push the button down and you get a steady light. You push it a little more and you get the strobe function, right? That's the tack dial setting. Then you move it to duty, and this is on off, right? I push it in, it goes on. I push it in again, it goes off. So you can use this for shooting, right? Any kind of flashlight style, multiple different techniques of using a flashlight to shoot with. You can use that in the duty mode, right? And then also we have the lock setting, which it will not allow the light to turn on. This is good for if it's in your pocket or if it's in a bag, some type of a pack or bag or purse, or you just have it clipped onto your belt and you don't want to have it turn on inadvertently while you're in a sitting position or when you move your body. So 3 position there. There are different settings too for dimness and brightness, which you can program it for. It's an awesome light. Check out the link in the description. Also check out the link on the screen. They have a lot of different lights, but we're talking about this one today, the TA20, because I think it's perfect for concealed carry people. If you do security or police work, they have a ton of different duty lights that are larger. They come with clips or cases or holders for your belt, for your duty belt. They have search lights. You could keep a larger light in a go bag, for example. They have a lot of different products. Check them out. Use the link. Check them out. I want to talk for a second about gun lights. They do sell gun lights. I personally am not a huge fan of putting a gun light on my concealed carry. I don't like to put a lot of accessories on my concealed carry, and that's just a personal choice. Nothing against them, nothing against optics, nothing against lights. I have gun lights for my home defense guns, and I have other accessories for my guns that I shoot at the range. I've seen people at the range try to, unholster and reholster their guns, and they have these accessories and they get caught on clothing. It makes it a little bulkier. I like a simple approach when we're talking about concealed carry. I like iron sights. I go with the statistics that a lethal force situation or self-defense situation that's going to involve your firearm will most likely occur between 3 and 5 yards and very fast, right? So that's what I go with when thinking about how I'm going to carry my gun, or thinking about what I'm going to add to my gun, add on my gun, if anything. Having those statistics in mind, knowing that most likely it's going to be a very close encounter, right? I'm going to just basically be pulling my gun out, pointing and shooting, most likely, right? Most likely. So I don't like a lot of accessories on my gun. Even if you have a gun light, the battery can die, right? So even if you have a gun light, you still should carry a separate light, in my opinion, for that reason. Also, when you have just a gun light, and that's the only light you have, your tendency may be to take your gun out and use your gun as a flashlight. But it's not a flashlight with a gun attached, right? It's a gun with a flashlight attached. So keeping that in mind, you're not justified in using your gun as a flashlight unless you're justified in having your gun out in the first place, right? So if you're looking for that threat, if you've already determined that it's a lethal force situation and you are justified in your mind of using your gun, of unholstering your gun and taking it out, and it's a low light situation, then you're absolutely justified in using that light. But if you're trying to find your way to your car, you are not justified in taking your gun out and using it as a flashlight. So another reason to always have a flashlight, a separate flashlight. The other thing about this light is it has a stainless steel bezel with nano ceramic contact points, right? So these are very hard. It can be used to strike an attacker, also as a glass break. So I've mentioned this in other videos where you should always have in your vehicle some type of a glass break for your car. If you are in the unfortunate position of being submerged in water in your vehicle, you need to be able to open those windows to get out, right? You need some type of a glass break. This is perfect. Actually, these nano ceramic contact points act as a glass break, also as a very hard striking point. So if that person gets too close, you hit them with the strobe and all of a sudden they're on you, you can't get to your concealed carry, or maybe it's in a bag, you can strike with this flashlight, absolutely, because of these nano ceramic contact points. Also, it's rechargeable, USB rechargeable, or you can, as a backup, use CR123A batteries for this as well. So folks, you need some type of a flashlight with a strobe function if you conceal carry. Even if you don't conceal carry, and even if you have a gun light, you should still, in my opinion, have some type of a flashlight for self-defense with a strobe function. That's an important part of the flashlight, is the strobe function. If you like this video, please hit that like button and share it. Also consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we release new content. As always, folks, thanks for watching. Take care and stay safe.